Good afternoon, class. How is your day so far? That's good to hear. So I can expect a full blast of energy and active participation from you. Since you are all doing better, let us check your energy first. Graded science learner, energy level check. Very good. So before we begin the discussion this afternoon, let us ask first the guidance of Almighty God and let us enlighten our minds to completely understand the lesson this afternoon. So Miss Lucerio, can you please lead a prayer? Amen. Okay. So before we proceed to the discussion proper, let us check first your attendance. So Ms. Secretary, can you please note down the names of those who are absent today and give it to me afterwards? And also a sort of reminder to everyone, if you want to answer or whenever you want to share something to the class, just raise your hands. Is that clear? Okay. So now let's us review the lesson last meeting. So Ms. Labele, can you please tell me what was our last lesson? Very good. So based on your understanding about the lesson last meeting, can you please tell me more about what is uniformly accelerated motion? Very good, Miss Labele. You really listened to our discussion last meeting. So guys, are you now ready for the new topic for today? Okay, so let's begin our discussion for today with a group activity. So this activity is called 4 Peaks, 1 Word. So in this activity, I will group you into 2 groups. And after that, I will show you a group of pictures and identify what specific word fits with the theme of the photos presented. Okay? So under this picture is our blank spaces. Some of it have letters on it, indicating how many letters are in the answers. So each group will be given slate board where you can write your answer, and then the group that answer first, the correct answer will be given 5 points, and then the group with the most number of points will win the game. So let's get started. So the first group of pictures we have here is this. Okay, group 1. Okay, very good. It is asteroid. So second group of pictures. What do you think is the right word that fits with the theme of these pictures? Okay, group 2. What is your answer? Okay, very good. It is meteor. And then the last group of pictures. Okay, group 1 again. What is your answer? Very good. It is comet. Very good, class. You were all able to identify the correct word that fits with the theme of these photos. So let's give ourselves a round of applause.
So based on our activity, what do you think will be our lesson for today? Mr. Sibuku. Okay? So exactly. Our lesson for today is about comets, meteors, and asteroids. But before we will start the discussion, let us read first our objectives. So our objective is, at the end of the lesson, students should be able to first discuss the origin and fact about meteors, comets, and asteroids. Second, compare and contrast comets, meteors, and asteroids. And third, demonstrate the location of comets, meteors, and asteroids in the solar system. So now, I have here some cut phrases that describes these 3 celestial objects, which is asteroid, meteor, and comets. So now, let us find the characteristics of comet, meteors, and asteroid, and you will get your answers and the phrases posted on board. So first phrase is, it is often called a shooting star. Miss Labele. Okay? So, meteor is often called a shooting star. Next one is, it is made up of dust and ice rock. Mr. Sibuku. Alright, it is comet. Next one is, it is also called a dwarf planet, Miss Lucero. Okay, so asteroid is also called a dwarf planet. Next one is, it usually burns up the Earth's atmosphere, Miss Label. Okay, so meteor is usually burns up the Earth's atmosphere. The next one is, it is also known as a dirty snowball, Mr. Sibuko. Correct, comet. So comet is also known as dirty snowball. Next is broken pieces from asteroids or comets, Miss Label. Okay, it is a meteor. Next is, it orbits between Jupiter and Mars, Mr. Sibuko. Okay, asteroid orbits between Jupiter and Mars. Next one is, it is made up of metals and rocky materials, Miss Lucero. Okay, so asteroid is made up of metals and rocky materials. So now, let us proceed to our topic, which is about the asteroid. So, who among you here knows about an asteroid? Mr. Sibuko. Okay, thank you. So, asteroid is a minor planet in the inner solar system. Historically, these terms have been applied to any astronomical object orbiting the Sun that did not resolve into a disk in a telescope and was not observed to have characteristics of an active comet, such as a tail. So, asteroid has its orbit. So, although asteroid orbits the Sun like planets, they are much smaller than planets. Most of them are located in the main asteroid belt, a region between the orbits of Mars and Jupiter. Some asteroids go in front of and behind Jupiter. These are called Trojan asteroids. Let us proceed to the facts about asteroid. So most asteroids are in a belt. While there are asteroids all over the solar system, there's a huge collection of them between the orbits of Mars and Jupiter. So asteroids are made up of different things. In general, an asteroid composition is determined by how close it is to the Sun or nearby stars. Pressure and heat tends to melt ice that is close by and to blow out elements that are lighter. There are many kinds of asteroids, but these are the three main types according to NASA. So first is dark sea or carbonaceous asteroids, which make up of most asteroids and are in the outer belt. They're believed to be close to the Sun's composition, with little hydrogen or helium or other volatile elements. Another one is bright S or silicaceous asteroids and are in the inner belt. They tend to be metallic iron with some silicates of iron and magnesium. Last one is bright M or metallic asteroids. So these asteroids set in the middle of the asteroid belt and are mostly made up of metallic iron. Okay, do you think asteroid have moons? Yes, Miss Label. Okay, thank you. So now let's find out. So asteroid have moons. When we think of moons or something that orbits a planet, asteroids also have similar bodies that orbit them. The first known was Dactyl, which was discovered in 1993 to be orbiting a larger asteroid called Ida. More than 150 asteroids are known to have moons, with more being discovered periodically. So asteroids are also the cause of dinosaur extinctions. So there are two types of hypotheses for this event. So an asteroid or comet hitting the Earth or a huge volcano eruption. The case of an asteroid comes from a layer of iridium or a rare element on Earth but not in meteorite that is found all over the world. And a crater called sulug in Mexico's Yucatan Peninsula. Another one is iridium. However, it's also found inside the Earth, which lends credence to some theories that it was volcanoes instead. In other case, the resulting debris blocked the sun and eventually starved those survivors of the impact. Last is, at least one asteroid has rings. So, it is called Chariklo. Scientists made the surprise discovery in 2013 when they watched it pass in front of a star. The asteroid made the background star blink a few times, which led to the discovery that two rings are surrounding the asteroid. So are you still there? It seems like some of your energy level drops. So now please give me 3 claps. Okay? I think everyone is alive now. So now let us continue to our next type of celestial body.
From the 2 remaining pictures here, which do you think is the comet? The first picture or the second picture? Yes, Mr. Sibuko. Okay, very good. The first picture shows the comet. Okay, please look at the screen. Comets typically come from the Oort cloud, which is beyond the solar system, and some from the Kuiper belt, which is beyond the Neptune's orbit. Long-period comets originate from Oort cloud, while short-period comets comes from Kuiper belt. So class, do you have an idea what is the most well-known short-period comet? Yes, Mr. Malones. Okay. Comet Halley is the most well-known short-period comet of the 20th century, since it takes 75 to 76 years for this comet to orbit the sun. We can view it in the night sky every time it comes closer to the sun. All other comets have been identified as long-period comets, since it takes 200 to several thousands of years to complete the orbit around the sun. The size of a comet usually range from 1 to 20 kilometers or up to the size of a mountain. When it comes to chemical composition, comets contain ice or icy objects including dust, metals, and elements like sodium and argon. The dirty snowball made of ice is the nucleus of a comet. As the comet gets closer to the sun, the ice melts and evaporates together with the gas particles. These particles of gases make a shining head around the comet called comet. Okay, so then the last characteristic class is about Meteor. But before we will go with our discussion in Meteor, I want to ask something from you. Have you heard the word shooting star? Or have you seen a shooting star during nighttime? Yes, Miss Lucero. Okay, thank you for sharing, Miss Lucero. So class, do you think shooting star is really a star? Yes, Mr. Sibuko. Okay, well, let's find out. So look at the screen. So meteors is a small body of matter from the outer space that enters the Earth's atmosphere, becoming an incandescent as a result of friction and appearing streak of light. Sometimes, one asteroid can smash into another. This can cause a small pieces of the asteroid to break off. Those pieces are called meteoroids. Meteoroids can also come from comets. If a meteoroid gets close enough to the Earth that it enters to our atmosphere, it begins to burn up and fall to the ground. This burning trail is known as meteor. Okay, they are usually bright in color and leave beautiful trails of light in the sky. Some people call them shooting stars, but they aren't really stars. They are just a tiny chunks of rock burning up in the Earth's atmosphere. If a meteoroid rock doesn't completely burn up as it falls to the Earth, the rock that is left behind is called a meteorite. Okay, although meteors and comets both create a bright trails through the night sky, they are completely different. So I have here a picture or illustration of the solar system. Okay. What are you going to do is to identify what near-Earth objects are seen in each item. You can choose your answer from the box. Okay? And I'll give you 1 minute to analyze the picture. Okay, time is up. So class, what do you think is the near-Earth objects that can be seen in item number 1? Yes, Mr. Sibuko. Okay, very good. It is Meteor. How about for item number 2? What do you think is the object seen in this item? Yes, Mr. Malones. Okay, very good. It is Asteroid. How about for item number 3? Here. Miss Lucero. Excellent. The near-Earth objects that can be seen in item number 3 is called Comet. Okay, you really understand our topic today, class. So based on our discussion about the origin, the chemical composition, and the location of the celestial bodies, what do you think is the difference among comet, meteor, and asteroid? Yes, Mr. Malones. Okay, very well said. Thank you for that, Mr. Malones.
Okay, class, thank you for listening from our discussion. So hopefully you have learned something up from the discussion that we had a while ago. But we are not done yet because right now I'm going to assess your learning. So with that, I will give you your first activity. So for this activity, I will group you into 4. So this would be group 1, group 2, group 3, and group 4. So I have here a table pasted on the board. So what you're going to do is to write and copy your format in the manila paper. So regarding with the manila paper, I'm going to provide it to you later on. So after that, you're going to identify which characteristics has an asteroid, comet, and meteor has. So after that, if it has the characteristics, all you have to do is just place an X in the column. I will give you 5 minutes to answer that one and you will check afterwards. Understood? Okay, good. So you may start now. Okay, so time is up. Please exchange your answer so we can have it checked. So are you ready, class? Okay, very good. So now the first characteristic is we have made of ice, dust, and dust. So group 1, what is your answer for this? Comet. Okay, very good, group 1. So this would be the characteristic. Now next we have appears as a speck in the sky. How about group 3? What would be your answer for this? So is this a characteristic for an asteroid, comet, or meteor? Okay, meteor. Correct, group 3. Thank you. Now to continue, I have here made of rock and earth metal. So is this an asteroid, comet, or meteor? So group 4, what would be your answer for this? Asteroid. Very good, group 4. Okay, now how about orbit the sun? So do you think this is the characteristic of an asteroid, comet, or meteor? Okay, thank you so much for that, group 2. Yes, orbit the sun is actually the characteristic of an asteroid, comet, and meteor. So the 3 of them have the characteristic of an orbit the sun. Now, how about often called as shooting star? Is this an asteroid, comet, or meteor? Yes, group 1? Meteor. Okay, very good, group 1. Okay, how about group 2? What is your answer for this? Sometimes called as a dirty snowball. Is it asteroid, comet, meteor? A comet. Thank you, group 2. Okay, now second to the last question, we have orbits between Mars and Jupiter. Group 4, may I have your answer, please? Do you think it is an asteroid, a comet, or a meteor? Okay, an asteroid. Thank you. Very good. Group 4. So for the last one, most are found in Earth, cloud, or Kaiser belt. Is this an asteroid, comet, or meteor? What could be your answer, Group 3? A meteor. Thank you, Group 3. Thank you so much. Very good. So, okay, thank you so much. I can see that all of you got the perfect score. So I guess you really have listened well during the discussion a while ago. Now I will be giving you the assessment. So in this part, you will have to identify what is being referred to in each item. You may write your answers in a 1/2 sheet of paper. So for a while, I'm gonna post your assessment. Okay class, so this would be your assessment. I will give you 10 minutes to answer this. Okay, sir, are you done? Perfect. So please pass your papers forward, for I will be the one to check your answers. So as for your assignment, you need to draw the solar system highlighting the location of the comets, meteors, and asteroids. And you can put it in a long size pen paper. So I will be collecting this on next meeting. So are we clear? Any clarification from the class? Suggestions? None? Okay then. So I guess we're good to go. So thank you so much class. I really appreciate your time. See you next meeting. Have a nice day ahead and God bless.